Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Okay, you guys, so we are jumping in and getting ready for this no spin, low spin January. So we're gonna sit and chat with you guys just a tiny little bit about what we're doing, just so everybody is clear. Now, can I tell you when I say I'm committed to this low spin? So we're going back to the way things used to be. I'm gonna be doing $20 to $25 a week for the next 4 to 8 weeks, just depending on how long it takes us to go through our stock here in our house, because I can't afford to keep wasting food. I can't afford to keep overspending my budget, and I've got some hefty savings goals that I want to do for myself and the children. So we're going to be sharing with you things in our fridge. Well, that's our pantry. Things in our fridge, in our freezers, and then 30 meals that we think we can make using all of the things that we have in our home. So we hope that you guys are also joining us for the Pantry Challenge. If you are, just leave us a comment down below and let us know your plans. Again, we're only spending $20 to $25 a week on meat, milk, eggs, cheese. That's pretty much it. I may have to add in an extra $5 for toilet paper and stuff like that, but I try to get that I've tried to get that consistently, so I should have enough of that stuff. I don't want to say that I won't have to go a little bit into just getting that extra stuff. Or I may just have to make a separate budget for those types of things. Laundry soap, dish soap, body wash, deodorant, those types of things. But I think we pretty much have a lot of that stuff. Hair products we have, I know for sure. So I won't be spending a ton of money on any of that stuff because we pre-prepped already. So let me take you down into just a little looky-loo into our pantry to see possible meals that we're going to be able to make for January. All right, y'all. So I'm sitting in front of my pantry. This is the inside pantry. So remember, we have 3 pantries. I have the inside pantry, I have my garage pantry, and then in my kitchen, I have a separate kitchen pantry. Like we set up a couple of shelves so that we would have enough space for all of the prep items that we needed, because we prep all year long. Now, we're not doomsday preppers. That's not what we do. But there are just times when sales are very, very good, and we want to make sure that we capitalize on those sales and we get what we can when we can. There are times when I have more money for groceries, and there are times when I have less money for groceries. Whatever time I'm in, I want to make sure that I'm a good steward over what God has put in my hands. It always goes back to good stewardship, right? So if God will allow me to, like in my garden, I have heads and heads of beautiful broccoli. Now, I've got to get the broccoli out of the garden, because I would not be a good steward if I leave it out there for it to just go bad. I bought those seeds. I planted them. They have, produced for us. Now it's time to reap the harvest. I remember specifically asking God to give me seeds so that I could always have seed to sow, right? Give me seed so that I could be a sower. But when you sow, you also should expect to reap. And then you're going to be able to do more sowing, more harvesting. So I have to be a good steward of what's in here. Now, everything in the top, which you can't see, is preps. So again, we don't doomsday prep. I don't have anything in here that's going to last me 25 years. I know people say, use Mylar bags, do this, do that. We're not at that level of using the Mylar bags. We just not. Perhaps the Lord will call us to do that. He has not called me at this point to do any of that. And so because that has not been our testimony, I have not. What he has allowed me to do is just prep for, 3 months, 6 months, a year. I think we probably have some stuff that will last us a couple of years in here. But what I'm actually going to be doing is there are like 4 or 5 different, there might be 6 or 7 different salad dressings in here. I'm going to only keep in here what we plan to use, and everything else is going out into the garage pantry. This is just going to be a working, fully functioning, operational pantry. What we're using this week, this 2 weeks, and then before we go to the grocery store to buy anything, we're going to go out to the outside pantry and pick and pull those things that we have out there first, and then formulate our shop trips, right? So I'm not overbuying or buying the same things, but I am buying things that we use. When you're prepping, only buy things that you use. There's just certain things, like in my garden, I've decided radishes aren't our favorite, but I can grow them. So we're either going to start eating them, or I'm not going to plant them anymore. I love to plant them because they give me so much satisfaction. They grow in 18 days. 18 days you can have radishes, but we don't love them. Some people love them. We are not those people. We love spinach. We love carrots. We love broccoli, we love kale, we love collards, we love cabbages, we like beans. So I'm only gonna grow those things. I like things that vine, my tomatoes I love, my peppers I love. So I'm just gonna grow the things that I'm good at. And I wanna grow multiple different peppers this year. Poblanos, I wanna do, I'm thinking I might try to do some tomatillos. I wanna do the lemon drops. I'm going to try to do a order from in my gardener, because his seeds are on very good sale, like $2 a pack, some of them. And so I already picked out like $60 worth of seeds. I'm like, I'm going to order this stuff. I may get a few here and there, then go back and get a few more. But I'm only growing things that I'm going to eat, or my family's going to eat, and I only want to stock things and prep things that my family's going to eat. Yes, it is perfectly fine if you can find an excellent sale on eggplant. We don't eat eggplant, so it doesn't matter how much of a sale it is. It's not good for us because we don't eat it. Okay, so now just looking in my pantry, on this shelf, this is condiments. Okay, this is all condiments. And so some of these things are going to be pulled out to go to the outside pantry. If I go down and I'm just looking in here, I see I have some spaghetti squash. So I have 2 spaghetti squashes, which means I can have 2 spaghetti meals. And I'm just writing this down in my notebook. Spaghetti squash. And I just bought turkey. So I can do spaghetti squash and ground turkey. That can be 2 meals. So that will be times 2, because I have that, and I also have meat sauce. So if you look up here, I've got meat sauce. So you're gonna see meat sauce. So spaghetti squash, turkey, and meat sauce is gonna give me 2 meals. Now these are dinner meals. Let me just clarify. These are dinner meals. Maybe because we try to make enough that we'll have leftovers. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Okay, so that's what I have in here. I have a few potatoes left, so we're gonna use those up in December. So tonight we're having barbecue pork chops, so we're gonna use those potatoes. We'll have, I'll eat that back. Barbecue pork chop and potatoes, that'll be tonight's meal. Jackson, is this ramen?
It is Alana about that.
Oh, Alana bought that. Okay, so let me mind my business. That is not mine. Okay, so I have a package of crackers that we bought for some Christmas treats. I only have 1 left, so I'm gonna take that out. And then here we have some Ritz crackers, and I'm going to make friends with all of these crackers. And so now I have 3 boxes of crackers, and I can make a soup of some kind. So I've got to remember that. Okay. We went to my pastor's for Christmas Eve dinner, and I brought croutons, and another family brought croutons. These are the ones they bought, and we don't eat them. So these are still closed, and they are good through okay, November 24th. So we're going to take these back to that family when we see them on Sunday at church. These are going back to them. No need for us to keep them because we're going keto anyway and we don't eat them. So that's out. Okay. This is 1 little cracker that comes out. Jackson has his regular sugar plus his flour, because he does all of his baking things and he is very allowed to do all the things that Jackson wants to do. I'm not going to stop him from that. So I'm going to go in here and pull out a few things really quickly. That way I can see what I'm dealing with. Also, as I'm looking in here now, I see that I still have quite a few canned items that I canned myself. And so with that being said, we're going to actually use those canned items as well. So I've got spaghetti squash, ground turkey, and meat sauce. I could also add in, I could do dehydrated tomatoes. And we also have spinach coming up in the garden. So I can have spinach as well in there. But let me pull out a few things that are going out to the garden for dinner. Put the turkey in there unless we want to cook it now. Okay, when we cook it,
if we're gonna eat that,
or do we need to separate it into 1 pound bundles? We probably need to separate it into 1 pound Ziploc bags. Then we don't have just a 3 pound thing sitting up there. Let's do that. Put it here. Okay, what else can go up here as far as meat is concerned? Or is that
I
everything?
think that's all of them, except for the stuff on the counter.
Okay, so let's figure out. So I have 2 hams. I need to write that down. 2 hams, 4 steaks.
3 hams.
3 hams?
1 in the fridge.
1 in the fridge. Probably needs to go in there.
You gonna put it in?
Mm-hmm. 3 hams, 3 chickens, 3 cooked chickens. Will it fit? No, upside down. Upside down.
Oh.
Flat side down.
I mean, it'll kind of bulge out.
Well,
inside.
let's see. Let's pull that chicken out. That chicken's been in there for 5 bazillion years. Be careful with that butt. All right, what else can we fit back in there now that we took out already? So let me see. 3 hams, 2 pork chops.
You gonna eat this, Sam, or you put it back in there?
Put it back in. Careful.
Here.
Over there. Yep. Put it right there. Yep. 4 steak.
Soup.
Let me debate about soup, but this is ground meat. Put the air out of that. Yeah.
Turkey.
Turkey. Is it turkey? Okay. Put it here, because we'll use that soon. Yep.
Ouch.
Careful. What do you keep hitting, babe?
The wall.
Aye. Okay. Where are my glasses?
Right.
Can't see. Okay. What else?
Chicken.
Okay, let's put the chicken back. Although I'm probably going to put that in a crock pot and get all that meat off, and we'll make something like a chicken soup or something to scotch eggs and go back. Yeah. And this one here.
Oh. Okay. Just
All of it out. And then what's down here that I'm not understanding? What is this?
breakfast.
Okay.
This is all breakfast stuff.
Okay, breakfast stuff. Okay. Yep, right on. Yep. Okay, what about that big one? Get the air out.
I don't want to deep freeze.
Okay, will it fit there? If not, it can all go over here. Put it in the sink. And then those cheeses, let's put them down here where the cheese stuff is. let me take these things out. Hold on a second. Okay, so 3 cream cheese, 2 block cheese, 2 sliced cheese.
It's all going to the garage.
Yeah. To the garage. Okay. Sit down. All right, y'all. I apologize. I had to move out of the kitchen. I have been battling just some. I have a. I don't even know what to say. Head cold. I've just been stuffy in my nose, like just one side of my nose, and then like my whole, all of this, just, and it has been just wearing me out. And I'm like, a sinus infection will wear you out, but I don't. When I blow my nose, it's clear, so it doesn't look like there's anything infection-y. But this is where it has just been bothering me, and then my energy is not very good right now. So. Because I've been dealing with this for a couple of days, just this, nothing else, nothing here, and I'm an asthmatic, so whenever I get a chest cold, I know that I have a chest cold. No fever, no anything, no chills, no anything. It's just been this, and like sometimes it's one side and my nose will run, and then it'll be stuffed up again. Then I have to roll over and hopeful that it'll open. Okay. Back to meals, and the dogs are in the background. I don't know why this is my life, but it is. Okay. Okay, I know we have 2 turkeys, and I saw another pack of steaks in the freezer, right, Jack? I saw another box of steaks in that freezer. Another box of steaks. Okay, so that's going to be 5 of those. We also have shrimp, 2 shrimp. What other kind of meat do I have? We have chicken parts. We have soup that's frozen. We also have ground turkey that's already ground. Did the other turkey, Alana? Ground turkey that's already cooked. Okay. Okay, let's call that chicken parts. What else? Oh, we have steak. That's gonna be blade steak. Okay. So spaghetti, squash, and ground turkey times 2. That's 2 meals. Shh. We'll do pork chops times 2. That's 2 meals. Okay. I'm going to make myself a 1 through 30 list. Now, this doesn't mean I'm going to cook it on these days, but I am going to just know that this is 30 meals that I can make if I need to. So, spaghetti is 1. Okay, I have 3 pounds of, I could do chili because it is cool. I can do tacos with, this is ground turkey. I can do tacos 3 times tacos. Just using a pound of meat. But when you add all the other stuff, that helps to stretch it out, right? When you add, and then what I also do is I take my ground meat, once it's browned, and I put it inside the food processor and I grind it up a little bit finer so it's not just those big chunks, because sometimes you get a lot of chunk and it shrivels up the meat. And I can have pork chops again. I can also have steak. That's blade steak. I can have a ham soup. I've got 2 rotisserie chickens, so I'm gonna have chicken salad times 2. All right, then I'm also gonna have, I have parts. So I just use the breast for chicken salad, then I have parts. So I can have smothered chicken with gravy times 2. Okay, and that's gonna be twice. Then I have 5 boxes of the steak. So I can do Philly cheesesteak, times 2. Okay. And then I can also do Philly cheesesteak because I have an extra box. Now, then I can get down to cooking my ham. So what I can do, ham. What kind of soup would I make with ham that's low carb? Ham. We could do ham and eggs, breakfast for dinner. We could do roasted ham and some type of veggie. And then I can do ham and biscuit slices. We can do keto biscuits. We can almost do like a ham gravy. Instead of doing sausage gravy, I could do a ham gravy and then put that over the biscuits if I needed to. What else can I do? Okay, that's 20 meals out of just what we have in the freezer right now. I have a brisket. I have a Boston butt, so I could do barbecue out of the Boston butt. And I probably can do that for 3 meals. Okay, so that's 23 meals. What else did I see in there? Shrimp. Okay, so I can do shrimp tacos because we have the carb wraps. So I'm gonna put carb wraps, and I can do shrimp tacos twice because I have 2 packages of shrimp. Now, without me buying any more meats, based on what I have in the fridges and freezers now, I now have 25 meals, meated meals that I can make. Spaghetti with turkey times 2, chili, tacos times 3, pork chops times 2, steak 1, a ham soup, chicken salad twice, smothered chicken with gravy twice, Philly cheesesteak 3 times, ham and eggs for dinner, roasted ham and veggies, ham and biscuit ham slices and biscuits or biscuit gravy, barbecue using a Boston butt, that could be for 3 meals, and then shrimp tacos twice because that's what I have in there. Okay, that was all the meat without me going into, I would still have 2 more hams and 2 more turkeys. So that takes off the chicken parts, the shrimp, the steaks, the ground turkey, the blade steak. That would give me 2 hams instead of 3 because I would use 1. Okay, and then I could even have, we could do garlic, Parmesan, ranch chicken with some of the chicken parts because we have several bags of those. I think we have some Scotch eggs in there. I have at least 3 Scotch eggs in there that we can eat. We can always do breakfast for dinner, which can just be eggs and biscuits, which we can also make keto biscuits, no problem. And we can also do chaffles using eggs, some cheese. We can do, I can do chicken chaffles. Okay. So just with all the things that I have in the fridge and freezers at current, these are 30 meals that I can put together without any effort or thought process. Some of these I will have to cook the meat, like for the tacos, where you see tacos. I have 3 pounds of ground turkey and then another pound that's already browned. So I could do, that would take a little bit of pre-prep, no problem. The chicken salad is just as easy as taking the chicken off the bone because we use a rotisserie chicken. So I'm just going to make myself a note that that's going to be the rotisserie chicken. And then once we take the breast off, I'll take the wings, legs, thighs, and we'll use those to do either the smothered chicken with gravy or the garlic chicken ranch, the garlic parmesan ranch chicken, which we'll just take those parts, and I'll make a butter garlic ranch sauce, dip them in, and maybe put them in the air fryer or in the oven. Either one would be perfectly fine. We do have, again, spaghetti squash, so I could use a spaghetti squash for that, or I could do broccoli, which we have broccoli out in the garden. We also have collards out in the garden ready to pull, as well as kale. Not mustard greens. I don't have mustard greens. I have kale. There may be some cabbage out there as well. I'll just need to check on those. So I do have greens out there in the garden. My salad, my lettuce, I think I'm done. We have had a couple of frost nights, and it didn't look like it held up too good. So we'll see. Pork chops, with those, I have green beans. I could do velvet pork chops. So with pork chops, I can do velvet pork chops, which I really do like. And then we can always do barbecue because we have some sweet chili. Sweet Baby Ray's, not Sweet Baby Ray's, sweet chili, G. Hughes in this pantry. We sent all of the extra surplus out to the other pantry, and then there are plenty of things out there. If for some reason we needed to pull back off the protein, dip into stock, I have beans, tomatoes, green beans, corn, carrot, canned tomato, potatoes. I have potato flakes. Alrighty, y'all. So the dogs are getting upset with the neighbors walking by, and so I'm going to end this vlog, but that's kind of the meals, just my thought process of what I have on hand that is going to help me from spending extra over in excess at the grocery store. Shakema, can you do it? Well, I'm going to give it my best effort, and if I have to get to the checkout and I have to take stuff off, I just have to take stuff off. Now, let me just be very clear. This does not mean I don't have grocery money. I'm making a conscious choice in January and probably into February to save back as much as I can to start my savings journey, because we have food in this house. How unreal the eating is and excess we have. I just looked in the pantry. There were 2 jars of Nutella open. 2 of them. Why is that? Why is that a thing? Why are 2 jars open? Because we have so much that people don't realize what we have, and they just open and stuff. So we've got to cut out those bad habits of just opening everything and just consuming whatever, not paying attention, not looking, not seeing. I had at least 8 jars of salad dressing. Why? We like ranch or whatever you like, buy that. Stop buying all the things. My kids don't like blue cheese. I like blue cheese and I'll eat it. So get a small one for me. Get ranch because that's what they like, right? We've got to learn how to not go into excess of things, and definitely make sure we're staying within the budget and the goals we're setting for ourselves. My goal in 2024 is to save $15,000. If I save $600 a month, that's $150 a week myself for 12 months. I can save $7,200. That's only half of what I want to save. But if I have a couple low spend months, that gets me another little bit. If I have my social media does well and we have streams of income that produce for us, that's a little bit. If we have, if I just don't, if I have books that sell, that's a little bit. If I just stop eating out, spending money, just wasting at the grocery store because we're not eating things, we have food going bad, that's a little bit. So every little bit counts. Every little bit helps. Am I going to be able to save the $15,000? I can't tell you, but I'm going to give it my best effort. And it starts with me in the grocery store. That's where I always have been able to save. It's where I've always done my best work. And I'm going to do my best work now. Well, Shakema, what if you find that you need to spend grocery money? Then I'll spend it, right? But I'm going to give it my best effort. First of all, I want to clean out the freezers. Definitely want to be able to try to do a Costco run in May. Right? I get my supplement at the end of April. I want to be able to do a Costco run in May if I'm able. I may or may not be. And so I just want to make sure that that is a possibility for us. But I don't want to put food on top of food when we haven't used the food that we already have. Right? That's wasteful. That's not being a good steward. And that's what I try to be over here if I'm able. So anywho, you guys, there is 20, 30 meals that this didn't include sides. It doesn't include breakfasts, or lunches, but we normally would take our leftovers and have for the lunch so that we're eating it up, right? Jackson loves to cook. Jackson doesn't love to eat leftovers. So sometimes we do have a little bit of a issue there, but sister and I are going to have to be mindful to help him remember, hey, don't eat stuff, don't do stuff, don't make stuff that you're not planning to eat, right? So all of that. So anywho, there it is, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate you joining us for this pantry challenge. Again, if you're joining us, leave us a comment down below. Let us know that you're joining in and why. We are so honored to have you along the journey. If you're just watching, just say, hey, we just watching to see what you do. And it's all going to be good as well. We do want to thank you again so much for hanging out with us this whole year. And as we move into 2024, trying to make better habits, more positive spending choices, as well as saving for our family. We appreciate you so much. Hit the like. Don't forget to share. And we'll see you next time. Bye now.